Hello everyone, it's me Lhey. Welcome back to my channel. It is December 2019. Oh my goodness, it's going to be Christmas soon before we know it. So today I have a very special video for all of you. I have this Jibun Planner 2020 and it's the Biz Edition. I wasn't familiar with this planner until one of you guys requested for this video. You wanted me to try it, so I purchased it from Amazon, and I can't remember the price. I'm so terrible, but I would link the product in the description box below, so if you'd like to check it out, you can click that link, and it's an affiliate link. Just to tell you in advance, it will not cost you any penny more, but it will just give me an incentive, you know, to keep creating contents like this. So anyway, so I purchased this from Amazon, and again, this is the Biz Edition. The size is an A5 size. So I want to just quickly give you a comparison of the size. This is the Hobonichi, which is the A5, so Hobonichi cousin, and this is the Jibun Techo, the A5 Slim. And so you have about half an inch difference from the width, but the height of the planner, there's the notebook. So the notebook is here also. So you can see it's just the same exact height, but the width of the planner, you get about like half an inch wider in the Hobonichi cousin. And then, oops, wrong one. This is the Mega Hobonichi Weeks. So, and this is the difference of the size. So you can see it is much bigger than the Hobonichi Weeks, but just half an inch smaller with size with the Hobonichi cousin. I believe that there's a B6 Slim version of this planner, but I do not have that. I'm so sorry that I can't give you a comparison with that, but just so you know that there's a B6 Slim and A5, but I'll try to link all the products in the description box. All right, so I will be, as soon as I received it, I wanted to try it and play around with it. So that's why you will see some planning in here. Okay, so here you have a 3-year calendar. The Hobonichi has that. You have a yearly schedule. You have an age chart. I don't know how to use that yet. I have to watch some other videos that talks about that. You have My Dream 2020. You have a money plan. You have a weekly plan. You have a map of Japan. You can put in your favorite phrases. You have your recommendation list, which is kind of like the one in the Hobonichi as well. You have a book list and the movie list that is in a separate area. You have gifts received and you have gifts given. You have a promise list. That's kind of interesting. And then a free list, then monthly project, monthly schedule, and then your weekly schedule. And then in the back, you have your looking back in your 2020 for the whole year, and then your personal data. Here, if you understand what's going on, I do believe that in some Facebook group, they have like a translation of what is in here, so you can understand the whole process of how they are using this planner. So it would be really interesting to me to understand really how they use this. Obviously, the weather is on top. You know, you can choose the weather of that day. You can highlight what your day was about. You can put in a little bit of journaling, I would think, and then the point, you know, where you can highlight it was a good day, it was a mad day, or it was a sad day. And then I would think sunrise and sunset, you know. So I would be very interested to see the whole translation on how it was being used. If you guys know any videos, please, if you can be kind enough to link me down below, I would love to watch it. Okay, so here I was testing out, I wanted to test out how it's going to hold water, because that is one thing that I really love about the Hobonichi is the ability for me to use watercolor. I love it. And then this one doesn't use a Tomoe River paper. It used a different type of paper, which is I knew that. I would put it in the video somewhere here. So anyway, so that's one of the difference. It doesn't use a Tomoe River. And then you have your papers, a couple of note pages here that you can use that I actually used to do a pen test. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about what is inside. So this is a 3-year in advance. Now, when I said I was testing it with the watercolors, I was not impressed with how it handles water and my brush pen at the same time. Obviously it looks okay now because I tried so hard to blend it, but that's the key, is that I had to try harder to do the blending. You know, the water or the colors, even the colors itself, not just the water, but the colors itself was having a hard time blending. I used the Zig Real Brush markers over here. I would grab it real quick. So these are the markers that I used. And I used a brush pen, a water brush pen, to blend the colors in so you can have that ombre look. All right, it's okay. There's no bleed through with the watercolor or the marker. But like what I said, the only struggle that I noticed was that I was having a hard time blending the colors in when I actually laid down the markers. So just be intentional about that, because I can get so not careful and just, you know, basically just put in a color and not worry about it. But now that I know that this works that way, now I'm going to be intentional in how I would use the markers and how I would lay it down. But sometimes it's really hard to be careful about that, because sometimes I just want to just touch and go. Because I'm like, I'm not here to create a masterpiece, but I guess if you want it much better. So, okay, I'm getting a brush pen right now, and we're going to try and blend this. So I am definitely over the line now. So that's the thing that I don't like, is that I can see where I actually laid down the colors in the Hobonichi, especially with the Zig. With this Kuretake brush pen, I don't see that. It just blends so easily. Now with the Tombow, that's the thing with the Tombow dual brush markers also. Even in the Hobonichi, you have to be intentional where you put your colors in, because you will see the stroke and where you laid down those colors. So that's a Tombow. Even in the Hobonichi does that, the Tomoe River paper. So now I'll just be intentional with my strokes. And of course I did use 2 different orange colors because I am me. So let's add 2 layers and see if it will bleed through. We'll put this planner to test. And let's go over the line a little bit, because I went over the line on the other side just to kind of balance it out. But as you can see, the colors are still, you know, blend, but you just try a little harder. That's me. Okay, and then now, so you have 2020, the present year. Of course, this is a 2020 planner. Then you have the 2019, and then you have the 2021. And then here you have your yearly overview, so January till December. And you have the age chart. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know how to use the age chart. I think it's about the zodiac or the, you know, the Chinese something. Could be wrong though. Now, my dream 2020, kind of like a vision board where you put in your goals and your dreams, setting your intentions for the 2020, the year 2020. And they have money plan. I'm interested how to use this, kind of like set your budget, because 1, 2 to 12, so January till December. So I want to understand what those are. And then the map of Japan. All right. And then here they give you an extra week to kind of understand how you would like to use it and how you'd want to plan out your week, which I thought was really nice. Okay, you have favorite phrases. So you have 2 pages over here, and you have 2 pages of your recommendation list as well. The paper is very smooth. I can't believe I haven't talked about that yet. And the paper, again, it is not a Tomoe River paper, but it is very, very smooth and also slightly thicker than the Hobonichi. So you have the smoothness of the Tomoe, but probably not as, I don't know, it's very smooth, but thicker than in your Hobonichi. All right, so recommendation list, and then you have your book list at the same time. And then you have your movie list, gifts received and gifts given. That's very, very interesting. And then you have your promise list. I like that. My daughter could use this for us. You said. And then you again have like 2 extra notes in there. All right, and then I saw some people using this as a tracking system. So I believe that for the whole month of December, you have the daily from the 1st till the 31st. So you can use it as a tracking system. You can do meditation, workout, whatever it is that you want to track, social media and stuff like that. Then you can definitely use this part. I don't know yet how I'm going to use it, but I'll probably use it as a tracker if I am going to use it. I haven't decided yet if I want to. I'll share with you my thoughts in the end of the video. And then, so this is the month. I was happy with the Biz edition. I was very happy that I got the Biz edition because the Biz edition is more of a monochrome color scheme. So it's more simple than the other one. I don't know what's the other one called, Idea or Life or something like that. I really can't remember. I apologize. This one is the Biz edition. So everything's much more cleaner. There's not a whole lot of colors going on. In your monthly calendar, you have the Sunday in red, which I love. And then, actually, let's put it over here. So you have your month before, the current month, and then the next month. So if you're looking at, I don't know, sometimes I don't understand why I did do that, because you can just flip around and look at the day, but you know what? Some people might actually like it. So I just thought it's a little funny. Okay, and I do believe that the ones that are colored in red are the holidays in Japan. So, all right, so this is the monthly view. It starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday. I like it because I feel like, to me, my week starts on a Monday. I know how some people prefer that their week starts on a Sunday. And then you have a very long extra space over here for whatever it is that you would like to use it for bills or your goals for the month, and you have all that spaces. And then you have the spaces over here in the bottom as well. I'm not sure how other people are using it, but that's interesting. I'll figure out how I would like to use it. I didn't use it because I don't know how to use it. All right, so that's the month view. Now let's go look at the weekly view. The month will be until March of 2021. All right, so this is the weekly view. I just tried to use it just so I can get a feel for it, and I use the side to do my to-dos. All right, the main thing is that must be done, or at least try to get it done. That's the key. Try my hardest to get it done. I tried lettering because I wanted to see the pen, how it would glide, my favorite Tombow pen. I cannot live without my Tombow pen. I can't do it. Every single time I would like to try and use other pens on my planners, it doesn't work. I always go reach out for my Tombow Fudenosuke. So these are my pens for life. Okay, and so the ones that are highlighted, this is again Biz edition. The ones that are highlighted in black, it kind of tells you that those are like sleeping time, or at least nighttime. So from 1, 2, 3 until 6 o'clock in the morning, and then 7 o'clock until 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 o'clock it starts nighttime also. It's kind of like being young again. 6 o'clock you have to be in the house. And then you have spaces here, like what I said. I think you can use it for journaling, like just a little bit, something about your day, daily journals. And then, I don't know, the star is priority, I suppose, and then do you really track when the sun rises and the sunset? So, but again, the beauty of these planners is that you can still use it how you would like it. Don't feel like you have to be restricted and actually use it the way it was designed. But then again, it was designed for a reason. Maybe it was really working for someone who designed it, so. But you always have a choice to just use it however you'd like to. I love the feel of the paper, the doodling part. I love the feel of the lettering, how my pen glides. It's very smooth. And also, there's not a whole lot of ghosting. And the Hobonichi, which I have just gotten accustomed to. I've just gotten used to it. The Hobonichi, you will really see a whole lot of ghosting. Not a lot of bleed through because it is really a special paper, the Tomoe River paper. But it just have a whole lot of ghosting. So even you're just using a simple pen, not even a marker, it will ghost into the other side because the paper is really thin. But the good thing about the Hobonichi is that you can use the watercolor and the watercolors will not bleed into the other side. I think it's just getting used to it. People now are actually getting used to that bleed, not the bleed through, but the ghosting part. The good thing about the Jibun Techo is that it doesn't have a whole lot of ghosting because the paper is much thicker than the Hobonichi. So you kind of like give and take in there. So, what do I love about this? Oh, you have the moon faces also, which I really love. I like tracking the moon because then I can clear my crystals and charge them and all that. All right, so let's talk about the pen test before I give you my final view or opinions about the planner. So I tried using as much markers that I could. I have a whole lot more of this, but these are the ones that I really use often. So I figured let's start with these ones. So the Tombow, the blue and the green Fudenosuke, the Kelly Creates, I tried the Spectrum Noir, the twin markers. And then this is a Pentel Fudenosuke. So no bleed through. The only thing that bleed through was I used a Sharpie brush pen over here. You'll see the ghosting. It's more ghosting than usual because I think I used thicker strokes as well. The Karen markers or Karen markers, however you want to pronounce that. That one is kind of seeping through the paper. So the Karen markers are very juicy. They're very juicy. That's one thing I've learned about that. I still have to do a review about that, but I'm still playing with it. I really want to give you guys my real thoughts and opinions about these markers. They are great markers. They are really vibrant, saturated, but I feel like if you're not using watercolor paper, I don't feel like you're going to get the most out of that marker. And it chooses papers. We'll talk about that in my review. All right, so I used the watercolors. So these are my remarks. It dries faster than the Hobonichi, but the colors do not spread as well as in the Hobonichi. So like what I've mentioned in the beginning of the video. Those are just my remarks about using it with watercolors. But this one where I used brush pen and kind of started blending, I did have a little bit of bleed through with that, and I used the Zig Real Brush Koretake. So I feel like if you use a whole lot of water, I feel like it's going to seep through the other page or the back page of your paper. I never get that in my Hobonichi. It doesn't matter how much water I use, but I don't get a bleed through unless I use the Karen brush pens. Weird, huh? Okay, so, but yeah, overall, I am really loving this. I am loving the size. I thought it was going to be a negative that it doesn't have a daily, but actually it doesn't, because I'm thinking in my head, if I want to use it as a planner, what is it really that I do plan about? Usually my days are just composed of a lot of lists, you know, a lot of note taking and a lot of lists. So I could just actually use a plain A5 notebook for that. And then I can do my doodles, and then I can still do my, you know, creating while I'm planning, because that's me. I still love to doodle when I'm just planning about my day. And then I can just leave my Hobonichi as a journaling planner, not use it as a planner. Oh my gosh, see how crazy sensitive the paper is because it's so thin? I just ruined that part because it's so thin. So I am planning, if I want to use a Hobonichi, stick to it as my daily doodling. Even the monthly, use it as a doodling, put in the prompts. So that will help me out a lot. And just don't worry about using the weekly, you know, and then just use the daily for my journaling. Now, just to give you my thoughts, I was thinking and I was planning really of using the week's manga to be my planner, but boy, golly, it is so small. I'm really struggling with writing so tiny. I don't think I can do it. It's so tiny. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you guys plan with this Hobonichi. It is so small. I write so big. So I don't know yet. I don't know really. So I am still undecided. But so far, this Jibun Techo, thank you for recommending it for me because I am really loving it. I do have one more planner to test. And I have at least 3 more weeks to decide what kind of planner do I want to use for the 2020. And that would be the Midori, the Diary A5 size. I saw one using it and I thought, I should just buy that too so I can try it. But if you've been using the Jibun Techo, please let me know your thoughts and what do you love about it. And I'm really, really interested to learn more about the whole system of the Jibun Techo. Because like what I said, this is new to me. So I'm kind of just learning here how I would like to use it. And I want to research more how other people are using it just so it can give me an idea. Not to copy or anything like that, but having an example and also just kind of like reflection on how people are using it. It's always great, you know. So again, if you've been using it, let me know please what you love about it, what you don't like about it. And also if you were like me, that this is new to you, I wish that this was helpful. I hope that I explained well enough what I think about the planner since it's still new to me. I'm pretty sure that if I keep using it, I'll probably have more thoughts about it. But since this is just kind of like an initial review, I hope it was helpful too. So if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit that like button. It will help me out a lot. And if you are not a subscriber yet, I do hope that you consider subscribing to my channel. I would love that. Have a great day and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.